or not, like, you don't have to be that guy to be that guy. And clearly, I was that guy. Even though Travis was the man to the world, I was the guy who did a lot of dirty work when Travis was out, or if Travis wasn't able to be able to play. So.
Yet Lajohntay Wester made the steal of the draft. That's including Mike Green, one of the most electrifying players. A part of that 2024 Colorado team was Lajohntay Wester. He filled the role that Xavier Weaver filled, and he was that safety blanket that could also stretch the field and was always there when Shedeur needed to go down the field. Obviously, Baylor moments, different situation, had over 900 yards, I think 10 touchdowns, with in the same receiving room as a man with 1,400 receiving yards. Obviously, that being Travis Hunter. And it seems like ever since he got to the Ravens, he has been impressing. And again, this isn't me. These are Ravens people. These are Ravens reporters. These are coaches saying that Lajohntay keeps blowing people out of the water. The speed, the explosiveness, the shiftiness, the savantness of his routes, the way that he can really maximize his build to be an explosive player is on display for the Ravens training camp right now, and they're drawing it back. So let's read a few things. We've got some takes again from some of the reporters, from some of the coaches, and then what we also have is some clips of Lajohntay getting after it, because the reason of him showing that greatness, right, and the reason of him showing that smoothness. Well, I mean, obviously it's not right here. He's just doing some individual drills, but we got some more stuff for it, and we obviously have an interview too. We're gonna go to a few things, but I want to read this. So I made it a point to ask Coach Lewis about Lajohntay Wester on Monday. Watching his receiver work, you can tell he's still working on facing NFL competition, but the special teams work and athletic upsides leave a lot of room for optimism. So we've seen the wide receiver Lajohntay Wester get a lot of work in the special teams game. Just from the receiving standpoint, what have you seen in his development so far? And this is Kevin McNellis. He has great movement skills, great quickness, and able to separate and uncover. As a receiver, I don't care how big you are, how short you are, how fast you are. Receivers are about uncovering and separating from different people. And he has a knack for being able to do that. He's a smart kid. He does a good job in the playbook. He understands what we're asking him to do, and he's able to go out and put that on tape each and every practice. We're looking forward to it as we continue to go and to see in-game situations as we move forward. And then Samuel Njoku said, and this is a Ravens talk, again, local pod guy, he says, a secret Ravens probably don't want out there yet. Lajohntay Wester may be the steal of the draft. That's including Mike Green. And look, we've been beating the Lajohntay Wester drum for a long, long time. And really, as I cover these guys, these ex-Buffalo, ex-Deion Sanders recruits, right? I just find it so funny that, Colorado fans, Deion fans, whatever, Sanders fans, you would have got made fun of a year ago now if you said Lajohntay Wester is going to be an impact player. Jimmy Horn is going to be an impact NFL player. They would have laughed at you. Hey, Travis Hunter is going to win the Heisman. I remember when people were saying that, people were making jokes about it. Ha ha, he can't win the Heisman. And it comes a year after 900 yards receiving, after 1,400 yards receiving, and a Heisman for Travis. After all these things, now Lajohntay's in the NFL, and people have nothing but positive to say about him. And it keeps going to the echoes of the way people view certain people and the way that they allow certain hatreds of other people to affect these hardworking gentlemen. Here is, doing regular rookie things, Lajohntay Wester too. This ain't gonna, what I'm saying? Yeah. When you talk about building camaraderie, right? When you talk about being a real NFL player, I want y'all to know they don't just do NFL duties just for whatever. They don't make some bum do their NFL duties and hold their pads, right? You know what I'm saying? Like this is like clearly we chose Lajohntay for a reason. That's DeAndre Hopkins. And I'm a Texans fan, so you know how I feel. One of the greatest receivers of all time. Sorry about it. Go argue against the wall. And then of course Rashad Bateman out there. So I do think that this is important. Every aspect. Impressing the coaches, impressing the people, impressing the reporters, right? And showing his explosiveness in every aspect. Lots of high hopes for him in the return spot. I'm happy to see what else Lajohntay can do. But let's do it. Let's hear how Lajohntay feels. He had a little exclusive interview. Got the full thing right here. After that, we'll kind of speak about some of those things, maybe get into a little bag work, and just wrap up how we feel about Lajohntay Wester.
All right, here with Lajohntay Wester, late round draft pick. When you got the call, how excited were you when Eric DeCosta was on the other line and you found out you're coming to Baltimore?
Almost unbelievable. I mean, it was a dream come true. I grind, I work hard just to get that phone call, and I'm not just happy to just get the phone call. You know, I want to put it to work and help this team win. So instantly after I got that call, it was okay. Next step now, like it's time to move on. And it's time to get to work to help the team win a Super Bowl.
You're coming to a team that really values special teams. We're looking at the receiver room, really deep there. But John Harbaugh really values special teams. Just kind of what has that conversation been like with him about your role and what you're stepping into here?
Just take it serious. Take every rep as like you playing for the Super Bowl. And he kind of made my role known, like the punt return. Like that's my main role here. So I'm all in it. Just like I'm all in a receiver, I'm all in on a punt return.
And I mean, in college, you couldn't have learned from a better guy, right?
Yeah.
Deion Sanders
Yes,
knows a thing or two about punt returns. Just kind of what were you able to learn from him in Colorado about what it takes to be an elite punt returner?
To be myself, try to catch everything, be smart back there, and just know that once they kick the ball off, that ball, like everybody on the team, everybody on the Ravens team, depending on you to catch that ball. So it's a lot of pressure, but I'm built for it.
Absolutely. Is there anybody you modeled your game after growing up, return guys?
Not really. Tavon Austin, he was a great
Baltimore guy.
Yeah, great returner, great receiver as well. Antonio Brown, great returner and receiver. So, and he was a late draft pick. So, them two guys for sure.
What does it take to be an elite return guy?
You got to be different. You got to be fearless. You got to be able to take chances, and you just got to be smart. So, it's between those three things, and that's what it really takes to be a good returner.
Awesome. Last one for you. Just as you look around, you look at this team. What excites you most about being a part of the Ravens?
Ah, man. Coming out here every day, being able to compete with some of the best in the league, if not the best. I mean, you got Lamar Jackson as quarterback, man. Like, every day, like, just coming out here, being a part of that, and being able to just catch a ball from him is just a dream come true because, I mean, he from the crib. I mean, he from Florida. And to be able to see him work, like Zay Flowers as well, Derrick Henry, I mean, those guys are legends to me in my book. You know, I'm a young guy, so they're part of my generation. They young legends, man. It is great to come out here and compete with them every day in and day out.
You know what, Lajohntay Wester, I think you're a young legend, right? And I do want to, before I even talk about this, I want to remind y'all when asked at the when asked at the combine about his role, right, and potentially just being a special teams guy, this is what Lajohntay had to say. Just before
very dominant at FAU.
You know what I mean?
What brought you to CU, even though it's kind of a crowded wide receiver room?
For this moment, for this level, it's not no guaranteed I'm gonna be drafted high or being able to come in an organization and impact the game early. I wanted to show the scouts and the league that I could be a role guy. I could come in and be a role guy and still be productive and still be that guy. Like I told my dad after the season, like I just found out like you don't have to be that guy to be that guy. And clearly, I was that guy. Even though Travis was the man to the world, I was the guy who did a lot of dirty work when Travis was out, or if Travis wasn't able to be able to play. So it was a good feeling to just come in. I was confident from the jump. I knew what I signed up for. I knew what we had. Knew we had Will coming, Jimmy there, Travis, of course. Knew Travis and Shador connection, but I mean, I'm confident in my game, and I knew what I bring to the table.
Hey, again, you're talking about somebody who not just understands his role, understands what it takes to get to that NFL level, but who was embracing it at a very early time in this whole process, right? Not shying away from being a role player, like he said, not shying away from maybe finding an unorthodox way to get on the field and to stay on the field. Lajohntay Wester is one of those people that, you know, and this can be said about almost all of Coach Prime's recruits, but it's somebody that can be modeled for what he does on the field and off the field, right? The way that he carries himself, to the mindset that he has, right? These are people who are, or these are young men who have been molded through adversity in different situations, right? You can see the respect that he has for playing with a Lamar Jackson, playing with a Derrick Henry, getting the opportunity with a Harbaugh, who really put that battery in his back. And I do want to circle back to that video where, you know, it went from 6th-round pick to now he is going to be a guy. Right at this point, you know, you got Harbaugh telling him, "Hey, yo, this is your role. You are our punt returner." And like we've reviewed, you know, over the last Lajohntay Wester videos, right? The Ravens were greatly needing something in the return game. They were greatly needing another way, another element to go ahead and flip a field possession to be a little more advantageous for themselves in the long run. And if the fact that Lajohntay Wester is seemingly getting that call to go ahead and take that next step, I think that's great. I think that's phenomenal. Dope update from Lajohntay Wester as he continues to just make great things happen. Y'all know what he does. He embarrasses people. He's been embarrassing people for a long time, since the Shrine Bowl. Since Colorado. Lajohntay is just going to be that dude. He's going to continue to be that dude. So anyone else got a problem with it, y'all let me know. But impressing the scouts, impressing the people, impressing the coaches, and seemingly just guaranteed the fact that he's going to be on the team. So y'all let me know down below how you feel about Lajohntay. How do you feel about the Ravens in general? You like Lamar? I know Jair is getting going. D-Hop, is he too old? Comment that down below. I did have a post up. It should be up there, hot takes. Y'all go make sure y'all go to that post on my YouTube channel. Leave your hot take. I'm gonna react to it. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna yap about it. I'm gonna do all that fun stuff, man. I really appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Continue to be great. Like the video if you like it. Dislike if you don't like it. Subscribe if you like football content. Hit the bell icon not to miss Nathan. Shout out to Nathan, and we'll see you next time the sun shines. Peace.